So this is a video just to show the process of how I create Power Apps. So I usually start with something like Balsamiq to do up wireframes. So something like we see on screen here. Very basic, but get out the functionality and kind of the layout of things, work it through with clients. And from there, I take that and then create a Power App like I'm going to show now. So this is a contract management app I did, so to help a company manage kind of contracts that they were dealing with. They were just sending them over and back in emails, and kind of there was one person in charge of making the changes. So this app automates a lot of the process, allows setting it up much easier. Once you set one up, it creates all the SharePoint folders in the background. It handles a lot of the versioning of files and different items like that. So let's have a quick look. So once again, we've got tabs here across the top. You can search through different statuses. We can also search overall up here, or we can search in our columns here on specific items. So I'm just going to search for stuff that has my name on it. And then maybe I want to narrow it down even more. It's items that are complete. And so that's a really cool way of kind of being able to search individual columns. I'm going to clear my search there. And I'm going to create a new item here. So when I create a new item, I get a chance. I'm going to call this demo video, and I'm just going to put myself into a bunch of roles. So when I'm creating a new item, this is all stored in SharePoint. So I'm using like SharePoint people fields. That's why when I type in my name, you'll see I pop up as a recommended kind of person to choose. And also there's some error checking in here. So if I create, well, I haven't added a counterparty, so demo counterparty I'm going to call them, and I'm going to mark this as a priority, and I'm going to hit create and hit save. So this generates a bunch of folders in the background. What it's doing is kicking off Power Automate that's going to create a bunch of folders in SharePoint where we're going to manage all our files for this contract, which is really cool. And I'm going to put in the demo email. I'm just going to put in a fake email in here for now, just to get this moving. Hello on notes, and I'm going to hit next. This is where we've got our document collection. So I created this contract, and if I hit open in SharePoint, it's going to bring me to the SharePoint area where it's actually opened a counterparty demo. That's our demo counterparty. That's our counterparty name that we added in. So it's created this contract library with a bunch of folders where we can store all the different files. So it's really cool. I'm going to click add new file here. I'm going to attach a file. I'm going to attach a test PDF. I'm going to hit save. And it'll take 2 seconds just while it's uploading kind of that file. But you'll see it's popped in here. I can view it. I could delete it. But I've added that new file. And if I check back into SharePoint, you can see that new file is popped down there. That's a master file. So that's why it's turning up out here. If I add a reference document over here, I'm going to just add a random file here. Let's add something like this. So this file should get uploaded. You'll see it's popped into the reference documents over here. And if I check in here, I've got a folder in SharePoint called reference documents, and that's where that file got created. So really cool. And let me go back to my app. So now I'm going to hit next. And here I kind of select some stakeholders, so people that are going to have some roles in this app. So I'm going to forget about all except for one. I'm going to keep myself in here as insurance. So I'm a stakeholder for the insurance kind of department of this contract. And then I'm done setting it up. So I'm going to hit view summary. So in my summary, I can see kind of lots of information to it. I can see files. What's really cool is I can maybe create a version of this file if I wanted. So I've got test PDF there. I'm going to version that document. So I'm going to create a snapshot of it right now, which is one of the requirements requested. So I'm going to hit confirm. What this is going to do is going to create a copy of my file in SharePoint that is versioned. So kind of like a version of this right now. So if I click this little arrow here, you can see it's down here, version 1.pdf. If I go back to my folder library, in the folder called versions, I've now got a versioned file of that file. So really cool stuff there. I can also like notify my stakeholders. So when I do this, I'm going to say, hi, this is a notification. I'm going to send that out, and it will just send an email. I'm the only stakeholder in this, but it sends an email to me. I'm just after getting it here. So it has my hi, my subject, the body I've typed in, and it also comes with a deep link to my app. So when I click this, it's going to open a new tab, and it's opening up my app, and it should drop me right into my contract. So it's taking a few seconds. And so what's really cool here is I've it set up so that it dropped me right into that contract, so that the person that comes in that gets that doesn't have to go through like the list and pick out which one it is. It also gives them a quick introduction how it works. So I'm going to hit more information. Oh, you can view files here. Oh, you can complete approvals down here. Okay, cool. And it's and then I can just dismiss it, but it gives a bit of information. That was just something that was requested. I'm also going to complete my review here. So as the insurance person, I'm going to say this is done. So that button is available to me because I am the insurance person here. If I wasn't, that button would show up as gray for me. So I'm going to hit save, and that's done. You can see it's done now. My review is done, so it's in gray. And also, like, there's a log here, which is really cool, which is just keeping track of everything that's done. So like we can see a timeline when it was created. The status was updated to internal review. That's when I kind of completed creating it. A notification was sent to me along with some of the information that was in it. And then that the insurance review was complete, and when that complete, the status updated again. So really cool. I can also add in my own log entry, whatever. But that's a really cool app that kind of manages a whole bunch of stuff that used to take a lot longer in the background, but doesn't anymore. So that's that. So this is an app I did for a company so that they could trade oil and gas internally in their company. And I'm not currently connected to the data, so some stuff might show up a bit funny, but this just gives you an idea what it is. We've got certain tabs here which will show you kind of different items in different states, and from there I can maybe click plus in the top right there just to create a new item. So I'm going to create a new item. And what's cool about this app was it stored stuff to the phone, so if you didn't have an internet connection, it didn't really matter. Also, what's cool is it's completely responsive. So if I turn my phone sideways, you can see it scales so that it's viewable in that way. So it will really scale perfectly for phone or tablet. I can cycle through my screens. If you're looking at that kind of header timeline bar, you can see it's filling in the dot depending on what screen I'm on. At the very top right now, I'm on the other screen. I'm going to move to the contact screen. And I could send my contact here, or I can save. You can see I'm getting pop-ups to save this as a draft. I'm going to hit save as a draft. But that's just an example of a trading app I've done.